All right, I'm going to work through this problem. You probably saw one similar to it back in Chapter 2 work problems. This is reporting an ozone level with a permissible level, and then what amount does the value exceed, and then by what percent does the value exceed. So if we record 0.170 parts per million, but 0.120 is allowed, then it exceeds by simply the difference in those two. And so don't hesitate to use your calculator. Some of you are probably yelling at me saying, oh, that's so silly. But let me tell you, I can't talk and type. 0.12, don't miss the problem. Don't get the decimal in the wrong place because you didn't use a calculator when you could have. All right, so anyway, so it's looking for 0.05. Let me get the right thing. You would type in this in parts per million. When you go back and look at the answer and you see this mumbo jumbo, ignore it. Essentially, this is what has been programmed into the question to accept as an answer. Now, you should get the exact right answer depending on what your numbers are for this problem, but whoever programmed the question is allowing it to accept a little bit of wiggle room in the last digit. There shouldn't be any wiggle room in this. It's just a simple subtraction, but that's why you see that plus or minus 2%. That goes hand in hand with what we're learning in lab this week with the deviation. All right, so this is the first answer. That's how much it exceeds. And then the next question is by what percent, oh, I found a new toy. By what percent does the reported value exceed? So a percentage is a part over a whole times 100. So it exceeds it. The part that exceeds it is 0.05. The whole amount that is allowed is 0.120. We multiply by 100 to put it in a percentage. Type that in our calculator. And it exceeds it by 41.67%. We should go to two significant figures. I don't know how picky this is about significant figures. If you ever miss a question because of significant figures, shoot me an email and tell me which question it was, and I'll take a look at it. So 42% is the correct answer, and there's your unit of percentage. Ignore the plus or minus 2% that you see when you look at that answer. Anything after the plus or minus is not actually part of the answer. That's telling you what the wiggle room for that answer is.